tense matchup. Toby, what do you think is going to happen straight off?
Here's my prediction. I see Aerox going to this initial in the pumping station and winning quite handily. Alright, that's my prediction for this initial. I know we've got into some hefty predictions. What's your prediction, Elliot, to go into this?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting. We know this team fight is such a prominent battle to start off, but we are seeing Xcon Esports. They are going to have a 2v1 advantage straight up just in that B fight to start with. Aerox have decided to back out. Maybe there's going to be a strange rotation here, actually. I've not seen this many times in my life. Here, Epsilon Ash is on the, he's on the home hill of Xcon. He's going to get the kill. Incisive's going to pick up Mush. And Chidwick as well, and now we're looking at Aerox in a prime position to take a 2-cap on both homes.
This is quite different, isn't it? Aerox going for a bit more of a trick strat, kind of like Space Station were on the home street at the start of rounds against them prior. But no, they do go for that strat. They go for the A-hill and they do capture it. Good stuff from them. The triple cap blinking now. As Aerox, they've flown in actually straight to that B-hill, getting that cap. Ash with the double, meanwhile, Warrior does stop the damage there and then, but Aerox, they started off strong. Bit of a score lead and now they're holding on to that pumping station.
Well, it's definitely worked out in that strat. Very, as you say, very interesting, but it has really worked out. Now it's going to be interesting to see Aerox, this team will have been a team for a lot longer than this Xcon side. What they're going to do in those setups. I say that though, but Xcon have done a great job of breaking that. They have got 3 in the B here, and just done it with the J-Raid. J-Raid is a bit of a time push. I think he might go down, I assume. Oh, he's done well to come out of his life. And Aerox, they have been pushed back to the wall. Let's see if Xcon can do the same thing and set up well.
Yep, indeed. They're still applying pressure, meanwhile, actually, on the A-hill. It's Ash once again, but it's a double. Incisive, of course, he's supporting right there and then, but Ash is leading, trying to get those kills as fast as he can. They have a bit of a point pushing, so they can, in fact, go for that home street setup and then the eventual rotation B. They have the means to do so. They clearly have the individual skill to do that. So they're just running circles around Xcon, essentially, keeping them guessing as of right now. And it's working out well for them. They're keeping them on their toes. And with this score lead approaching that 2-10 mark, Aerox, they are in a great position to just do the simple, hold on pumping station and protect the home line.
Yeah, indeed, definitely. And Xcon are in a position now where they have to make a move, they have to make a play. They have to get funky here, Toby, will be the best way to put it. And they're going to do just that. The rotation is put 2 to the Aerox side spawn. They need to do it quick. Look at the points here. We're seeing 50 in the favour of Xcon. Sorry, 50 in the favour of Aerox side. Railway's supposed to take down Chidwick. Front goes down as well. I thought that's a very strong hold here from Aerox. They're doing a great job of just making sure that the pressure that's being applied by Xcon isn't going to come to anything. And I think that, Toby, is going to be round 1 Aerox.
It is. And, okay, we'll talk about predictions again, I think. Aerox, I thought they were going to just go through the initial, simple as usual, the base strat, winning that initial at pumping station. They didn't. They went for the home street setup, essentially. They capped A, and they just did that over and over again until Xcon ran out of points to play with and ran out of time in that round. But, okay, Aerox proved me wrong there on that prediction. Hopefully they don't prove me wrong in the prediction for the map count.
We will definitely see, Toby. I'm sure this is going to unveil like a fantastic read you get from WH Smith before you take a long journey on the train. But you know, 1-0. We are we're in the very early stages of the map, and nothing too drastic needs to be said at this stage. It'll be interesting to see if they're trying to do the same thing. It does look like they are. They have sent 2 on that hit side. And we are going to try and rotate. Xcon, you know, we know that Mush and Mush and Chidwick have to play together, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're making sure the pressure isn't going to happen, but in the same sense, Xcon, I think that was really set up. They didn't do anything too drastic, Toby. They need to make sure that Aerox don't break it.
Xcon, rather big clock on actually at the spawn. And now stepping inside to Nash, rightly so. Straight back to the hill to have a fight there. Re-engage with Sammy picks up that kill. Warrior does answer back. Oh! Hello, Mush is trying to run out the back. Incisive says no. Blows the legs away. And now he's going to be progressing. Numbers aren't playing the Noni. Going for Xcon and Brad. Decisive just about getting down. So that would be just enough to Brad get to the fight here. Lands the fire. That fire does continue. Calendar is going to the next one. And the extra firepower is a great shot. But you feel as though Slayer Power might be just enough for Aerox if they keep on going with this. The spawn time are not on their side anymore, but they're going for it nonetheless. Triple Cap still blinking.
They are. They're applying the pressure. They're trying to make the wounds bleed. They're taking out this Xcon team as soon as they try and decap the hill. And that's going to be another Aerox round. Aerox looking very spicy right now. And look, there you go. Ash is up on his feet. He's letting them know.
There's the man himself. He walked past me. He said he was going to get hyped. And now he's standing up and he's getting loud. And that is a hand gesture we've seen already today. You're getting flashbacks, Elliot?
I'm getting flashbacks to the World Cup. When VAR, when every single player was doing the whole VAR thing.
Oh, is it?
That's the only flashbacks I'm getting, and it's not making me feel too happy. But no, you are right. You know, it's
there's been a lot of that.
We have.
There's a lot been. Of course, we've seen Aerox earlier in their game, their first game on the main stage today. They were composed. They weren't, getting loud or anything, which is a big contrast to the first game. They weren't so much in Space Station, but now Ash seems to change it up a little bit. This has been confident, perhaps.
Well, as I said before, these two have bad blood. They're a team. There are two teams that they've gone through a lot. Leading up to the Liverpool event, a couple of controversial changes happened, and Aerox were left in a situation where they had to pick up someone quickly. Because one of them ready for Space Station team, and Xcon, they're going to feel it. They're going to be like that. There's going to be a bit of banter, I reckon, on that stage. There's going to be a bit of aggression. Let's get straight back into the action. Decisive takes the first one kill. Brad goes straight down out though. We're just going to see a little bit of a scrap for this talk though. John Ash does a great job of taking down Brad, but he has been taken out there by Mush, and Crump and Chidwick follow suit with a couple of kills themselves, and that's great play there from Xcon. They're also going to have the torpedo in hand as well. They need to use this good. They're using this wisely, so
J-Rage with the overextension, trying to stay alive, but Warrior did unleash a brick of shotgun shot there. That shot. That by Trump to get torpedo kill on Salmon Lots. He broke it out to the enemy's home help. But they do have numbers. They are back to the Sea Hill. Doing nothing to do. Ash wasn't aware of that. Not in a great place now as he gets angled from compensation. Not the options, his teammate gets down to his right. No thought for the stick go, but Warrior great back there. He pulls out as the shots come back his way. Crump picking up another. Torpo, great usage from him on that weapon. It's a weapon we don't see often, so it's lovely to see.
It is, and Crump is putting it into some good Robin Hood use at the moment, but as I say that, Sammy does get a three-piece. Great play by him. When it seems like Xcon were putting on the pressure, Sammy replies, and Aerox now can just take their time. They don't need to do anything too drastic. As I've said, that he's going to a position where he might be in a bit of a disadvantage. That one thing he does well to get out, and he does take Warrior Gun. Now Aerox are looking to put the pressure on the home hill. They do need to decap if they're going to go up on points.
I like that from Warrior though. He knew he was essentially screwed with all the players coming left, right, and centre. So he just tried to push that 1v, catch Sammy out. Almost did, but good job from Sammy to hold on and keep his distance while his teammates regroup. Yeah. Checking up the score, meanwhile. It's not all bad news for Xcon. They have got a fairly substantial lead. I don't think they can win off one hill, though. That's why Aerox have not moved just yet. Respawn's coming in for both sides, but you can see Xcon lining up on that wall there on that walkway, ready to push in.
Well, if there isn't a decap, Toby, it is going to be tight. Sammy takes out two, does have one here, he does take down one. Mush is doing a great job of putting pressure on him. Now look, Ash is in his back, but Crump is in his back. What's going to happen here? This is going to be the victor, in my opinion. If Xcon could do something about this, they don't. All 5 of them go down, and Aerox now, they are going to put pressure on this home hill. And I don't know whether or not they've got someone to try and make sure they don't get the trick cap. Warrior Gun, it's all up to him. He does take a shot there. He's going to try and run and he goes down. That, I think, is going to be Aerex's round again. Xcon will be feeling pretty unhappy about that play.
Yeah, Decisive actually standing up there on our screen for a second, so he's getting loud. He's also responding to perhaps a rivalry as such in the psychological department. 3-0. Meanwhile, Aerox performing as expected.
Indeed.
And Elliot's trying to reconsider his prediction right now, looking at him.
You know, we've been in this position before, Toby. Xcon, they've been renowned so far in this event for coming back when their backs are up against the wall. Okay. So I'm not going to panic too much just yet. It is only 3-0. Again, I unfortunately cannot. Oh, sorry. Nothing has been placed down. It's an X on the flip side. So again, we're going to see a bit of a scrap through this talk bow. What do you think of this as a player, Toby? When you were playing, when you do play, what do you think of this fight here?
It'd be a very scrappy one. Honestly, I prefer the 1 position when I play, so I tend to go on the pit side of the map, or platform rather. But I know from experience when I played that, it is scrappy as hell. And this round is just showing exactly why. When you have a weapon just on the corridor up the top, right there, that Crump has a talk bow position. It can be very hectic. You can go for the quick pickup on that weapon, the vibe chain, push out the one player and get the weapon that way, and also the smoke rushes.
Yeah, indeed. But again, Aerox, they rotated to the home hills and had both home hill caps there for just a second. Xcon, they need to do a better job with this sort though. You know, they had it last time and they didn't put it to good use. Or as good as use as they can. I mean, Crump, I know, did get a couple of kills. He is looking very saucy with it. They need to capitalise on it. They have those advantages, and they are 2 men up, 3 men up. They do this to capitalise on quickly, but they can't afford, as we have seen, to let the Aerox side be at the advantage in any way, shape, or form.
Brilliant decision there from Crump. Instead of flying into that 1v, turned around, exited the 1v he's currently in, and went down. And here he is. What's going on? I don't realise that. Yeah, he didn't realise. He got the call out, did react. Time. Surely towards Aerox just a little bit. He stuck Sammy there, but no. That 1v. Sammy reads him like a book though, as he goes straight to the right hand back egg. Great reaction from him. And here comes Ash. As he checks in.
This is a big fight here, in my opinion. Sammy, KLT, they've got 3 men here. They need to shut down Bush quite quickly, but Bush does get out with the kill. Can't let that happen. It's trading out so far. Sammy takes down Brad, comes out the victor, and I think Aerox now again in a prime position to take the points and maybe even put pressure on the home field.
Chidwick back against the wall and sandbag. Oh, here comes the angle from J-Ray down the back. Nothing you can do in that situation. And the numbers are playing Aerox will surely get a triple cap from this round also. It's going to be 4-0, ladies and gents. And Aerox are not disappointing with how they're performing in the main stage here.
They're not, and you know that match up against Space Station obviously didn't phase them one little bit, even though it was a very one-sided affair. They've come out here and they've come and shown that they're here to play. So my prediction now is looking very panicky. It's walking on the tight wooden. The small wooden board that's on a pirate ship right now. It's very panicky because Aerox are looking like they're shutting these guys down very quickly and very clinically.
Yeah, clinically indeed. Can't deny that. I'm not too sure. Well, Voltox, of course, from the walkway. I'm not too sure if that will influence things too much. It might slow things down. It might be the thing that catches one player out besides initial, but not too significant. Both teams are going to get that hand Magnum for he is war. Strat-wise, see one player out, sneaking on the back, sneaking the hit. For that angle on compensation. Kind of getting fairly bullets across the range there to help out with that team fight, but he could actually go for that one and be down. I think, yeah, Chidwick is pop J-Rage there. It's going to be a 4-1 again. J-Rage going to bait that. Yeah, he's going to play it smart. He's going to keep running. Be a nuisance. You know, be a thorn inside of Xcon. Make Chidwick run around. But J-Rage, he knows he's been clocked by another player. He has been pinched and down by Brad. Yeah,
they've got 3 down now. Warrior Gun taking a great 2 piece there, and Sammy and Incisive. I would like to see them just put a little bit of pressure here, take the advantage, the number advantage strong, and try. Whoa! As we said it there, Ash gets the headshot talk bow from out of nowhere. What a great shot, but going back to my point, I'd like to see them kind of just maybe make a push, take their advantages they have. They haven't done that, and they are allowing Aerox now to spawn up and regroup. They just have to be patient now. They're put into a position where they have to kind of weather the storm of this push, and Xcon haven't been doing that too well so far. And We'll see what happens. The bow is in the hand of Ash, who has to put this to good use. We've got 4 people of Xcon in that refight, and 4 of Aerox. This might get a little bit scrappy. Mush does take down Ashins. Oregon does take down Grey Range. Good shotguns from them. They do get 2 pieces. I don't think they've seen him. That's unlucky for Ash. I don't know why he didn't go for the player who was shooting the guy on the long cover, and now I think we're going to see an Xcon round, Toby.
Yeah, I think he was trying to catch out the one player. I think he should have gone for the closer opponent though, trying to go for that one shot give and then back out as he said. Not play it off. Big score lead as well for Xcon, so they have to be careful. This triple cap's trying to go through. Don't lose your numbers. Let's call it very early. 1 second on the clock. It does come through though. As Aerox was just a little bit too slow that first player up. Spawn, Xcon first round on the board, and perhaps a stepping stone to really challenge this this team here being the underdog.
Listen, I said it. You know, Xcon we know are a team who like to show up late to the party, and you know this one round might give them the confidence to push into the second set of hills. If they can win this, get 4-2, then obviously the future, you know, there is a light at the end of the dark tunnel. It's looking like for this, not just for Xcon, but myself as well. You know, but let's see what happens. You know, nothing's going to nothing again. There's been no big weapons apart from that torpedo that was put down on the map.
Target my mark.
Let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be a bit of a distraction fight once again in this key area.
There you are. Picked up. Warrior on our screen. Not seeing too much from him. Point of view. Slow play. Once again, we're concentrated. Both teams playing it slow, waiting for the initial icebreaker for that point or time to actually push. Just get that full bow. Though, quick pick up, more force action from Xcon as they press up. There's lots of advantage in that. From with the double, that's certainly going to be the access provided through the compensation. And it's back 8 by Warrior cleaned up. That should be Ashton's down. A bit of a teabag as well. They are, Warrior really happy that he got that double kill for sure. And that is team like J-Rage. Surely will fall. Yeah, he was in no man's land. Not too many options. Stuck in the middle. Not close enough to the hill. To stop that from coming through. And 2 on the road.
The DISRESPCT from Warrior Gun there on that player. Again, we know that probably many more of these are going to come out this matchup. I'm sure there's going to be many more teabags that are going to come out the PG box. That's one for you there, Toby. But no, you know, at 4-2, as I said, Xcon, they have showed up later to the party, but that's a good 2 rounds to end that first set of hills, but they can't let Aerox go on a tear like they've just done. They need to stop them from rotating on the map. They need to stop their scraps. Have been known to pull out some strange scenarios, and I can say that they do engage. J-Rage getting the first shot. There. The slaying power has been fantastic, and as I say that, J-Rage has blown him over to next week, and that is 4 down for the side of Aerox. Sorry, for the side of Xcon. Aerox are just going to put pressure on this home hill. They're going to try and weapon the storm of the respawns, and they are now in a prime position. I don't think they're quick enough. They're not, no. Aerox round 5-2.
You saw just as Xcon come off a respawn, every single player was like, into smoke, we've got to throw the smoke, so there's no other way we're getting into that. But even then, the time's not on their side, despite the respawn time being so short. Aerox, they still press up, they are confident in their shotguns and their ability to secure that triple cap. No problem at all there for them, 5-2. You mentioned Warrior having a good event. He's on 17 kills right now, which is the most kills in the game. No wonder he was given a bit of a teabag in that previous round, clearly feeling himself in this case.
Just some history for you here.
Okay.
So I believe it was EGL, Nottingham. No, sorry, it wasn't. It was an EU regional that was hosted in Nottingham. I believe when Warrior Gun, the moment that Warrior Gun kind of stepped from that player who was playing with maybe some lower tier teams up to that top was when, remember that map on down there, and they weren't happy about it. It caused some controversy, I think, after Jack and Gun did have a bit of a running in, but I feel like that's the moment he became the player he is. I feel like after that event, he improved consistently, he really focused on his shotgun slaying ability, and it goes to shout out that you come to these events, you prove yourself, you show your worth, and you never know what can happen. You end up in that top tier bracket. Now we are seeing Xcon. They do get a couple of kills. They are going to try and assault. They do need to just make sure they do it first. Warrior gun here. Let's say that Xcon actually does a great job in shutting him down quickly. Advantage though in favour of Aerox and Xcon so far.
Sustainable dash. Numbers not on his side. Of course, he Hill in possession of opponents here. Almost pulled out by Crump. I like that. A little jump to the cover. Don't actually do that. Here come the respawn from Aerox. Flying through pit. Much does hold on. He gets the first kill. Crump secures the second. Not too much damage put his way, so it's good for Xcon. He's by the book. No casualties. Trying to kill your bash as he tries to run out as well. So they're going to try and press up for the triple cap rather. No, they are not. Safety first. They have the score lead. They don't have a significant numbers advantage. Spawn time for sure. Definitely stay and hold this one.
Toby. They're just going to set up now. They don't need to do anything too out of the box at the moment. I think we just need to allow Aerox to slowly trickle in to that area. Make sure they have the points. This is great angle. I like it. And look, he's got all the kinds of shots he wants on that front there. That's brilliant. I like that angle a lot. Crump hasn't noticed it yet. He has gone down though, but I think he's going to make to pick him up. It just allows Aerox to get an assault into the E-hill, and J-Rage does take down Brad, and Crump goes down to the hammer burst of Incisive, and now Aerox are going to decaps this E-hill. But Xcon, they do have a 14-point lead. They don't need to do anything too drastic. If Mission can get a couple of kills here, and as I say that, he goes down. Curse of the caster, as you like to say, Toby. And now we are going to see an assault from Aerox. Warrior gun there over the top. That was a great shot from him. Well played.
His gun there's the repositioning. They do need to fly. Xcon yeah, they can. They actually can. They're only trying to break this E-hill, so it's not over yet. Spy Aerox is a great push. They are going to hold on here. Warrior still trying to run around looking for kills. Teabag going straight for it. It's maybe his kill and he's going to teabag out here. I think that goes to show he's very confident how he's playing. That's all whack around, but yeah, still in it. Xcon 3 runs on the board now as we continue on to the second half. Going back to that angle, right, from Sammy. Brilliant angle, by the way.
I know you, Toby. You love an angle.
It's one of those pro player angles I like to describe them as. You will never see that kind of thing in ranked unless a player just stumbles upon them, right? It's only at the top level, these pros, where they know about the angle. They can sit in cover from the opposition. They have to really go out their way to shoot him there behind that big wall. But it gives the angle on that pit. And I know he didn't get any shotgun kills, but that Lancer on Mush, or Crump rather, on that pit cover, forcing him off that cover and putting all that damage in, that was pretty much what won them that team fight, essentially, and won control there.
Exactly.
And it's just a great thing to point out.
Yeah, absolutely, Toby. You're completely correct, because as soon as Crump, as I say, as soon as Crump rolled back, as you say, they just kind of allowed them to funnel into E. Unfortunately, they didn't win the round because Warrior Gun is going off right now. I'd like to step on board with him. Let's see what he can do. We are in the latter stages of this map. This is map 1, however, we like to get a pint. We're now just going to step forward. Warrior Gun seems to do been in fantastic form so far this map. He's a little bit aggressive here, Sammy. He has got him weak. Sammy does have to just try away. Should it does take passion. It's a little bit of a goings on over there, a bit of a trade, and now I think it allows Warrior Gun just to kind of unleash himself upon Sammy. Sammy needs to take him down, but great shot by Warrior Guns, and now Xcon, they're showing up here, Toby. I know they like to shot late, but it's now 5-4. 5-4, not Thor. That's a moving.
They've had 4 rounds in 5 rounds. Right? 4 out of 5. Okay. So I think it's safe to say that Xcon, they're in this game, right? It was all about the Aerox side for the start. Now Xcon, they're only 1 round behind Aerox. Question is, are they keeping their heads held high now? Are they maybe going to slump a little bit now, or that Xcon are catching up with them? Shot placed down actually in the pit, so I know you're giving me that glare, that look, Elliot. He's rubbing his hands together and he's ready to see what ensues now from this boom shot placement. Can Aerox hold on? They need 2 runs to win. Xcon needs 3 as we approach that 7.
And I like these positions because we're now in round 10 and a boom shot has been placed in the pit. We are about to get scrappy. And I love to see it. I love to jump on board with Warrior Guns because he's been such a great slayer, as I just said. Sammy Kelty does get down mushed though, and now we're seeing Aerox are going to try and take themselves into the bit, try and get position in that boom area. Warrior Guns doing a good position just to make sure and down. Now Chidwick and Crump both take down kills. Sammy and Little Ashens respond, and here Warrior Guns is all by himself. He needs to do something quick. Oh, he does take that one, but he does get down by the player behind him, and now Aerox are going to fly out with that boom.
Yep. He was the last one alive, Mudge just coming off a respawn, so he's going to be at the FL. Due to the casualties sustained, Aerox, they won't have the resources to push for that triple cap, they won't even attempt to. And as such, they can set up at that E-hill, crash boom shot, 2 rockets of fire, ready for this next wave of respawns to come through for Xcon. And they'll definitely be looking to just hold on to boom shot as long as they can and win through a war of attrition. And actually, boom shot's going to be fine up there, given them
of course, Toby, yeah. And, you know, when a boom shot's in the hand, what I want to be seeing good news to good effect, and that's exactly what they've just done. Slice together, with both of the shots there. No shot has been wasted. Now we've seen 2 members go down from Xcon. They are going to put pressure on the home hill. It is all up to Brad's I believe. He's trying to get 1 kill. He does. He misses the shot there on Ash, and I think now this is going to go in the hands of Aerox, but we are seeing a very close game. I like to see it.
You like to see it, don't you?
I love to see it.
You love to see it.
I just want an M-bar out. I want a sniper out. I want someone to put something that's going to be a marksman. And then we've got everything. We've got all the ingredients, all the herbs we need to make a good, to make a nice chicken curry.
Okay, chicken curry.
I don't know why I said that's one of my favourite dishes. That's probably why I said
that. It's a good combination.
I mean,
going back to that point though, you said M-bar, right? I'd love an M-bar or something at the pumping station just to mix up the boom shot fight, because on paper, I do believe Aerox have the advantage going into the pit fight here. And I'd like a bit more of a response perhaps with the weapon placements from Xcon. They 1 round away. I think Aerox have enough chances here to just win through initial. They prove that they can hold on if they don't go for the cap straight away. Would have proved like to see a weapon competition to see how that looks. But they're going to hold on to their guns and send them into the pit. See if they can get Brad does get the double. Meanwhile, J Ray just finds Chidwick, and still on that sandwich, but advantage Xcon on that.
Indeed, advantage Xcon, and they believe they have got the boom out safely. Crump picking that up, and they do have the E-hill. They should be able to get the home hill as well, but I can see the rotation coming through from Aerox. They recognise that actually the pit side it is now rented, and they need to find a new position to build a house on. Exactly what they're going to try and do by getting the B-hill and rotating off that, trying to maybe take some players of Xcon out, but again, having the boom in the hands, if they can get 2 kills with it, you'd like to believe they can kind of build on that, build momentum, take it forward, try and get the home hill, get the trip cap.
Yep. Still uncapped the home hill, by the way. It's a bit of pressure from these 2 sides in this area. Aerox are really pressing up here on the enemy's home hill. Crump sees where it took the boom shot. Enemy contact! Not too sure if Aerox are aware that the boom shot is there. Very careful. Here comes Crump. Help out his team. Coming through. Brad, he should have fired it sooner. Sammy would have been difficult to roll out while he's shooting Brad, so a bit of hesitancy there. You don't like to see it. Given the scenario, fractured stage his teammate. Not too sure, maybe he's gone up to teammate the process, honestly, but nonetheless. Moving on, Crump does find the kill there in the middle. Aerox are scattering, just searching for kills at this point in time rather than kills. Sammy does progress onto the hill. 2 players in total. Great push from Crump though. He pushes out, he finds the 1v while Sammy is occupied trying to get around that pillar. But does not hold on. Sammy picks up the kill.
That's big, and now Aerox have all the positions as well. They've got the E-hill, they're going to be setting up for this new move. This is dodgy stuff for Xcon there. Backs are definitely against the wall right now. They need to do something. There needs to be a man in their team who needs to make a play. I'm looking from Xcon now. I'm looking towards Warrior Gun. I'm looking towards my main slayer. I'm saying this man needs to take a couple out. And as I say, that Chidwick does get the headshot on incisive. With something that's a little bit saucy. But Warrior Gun does go down and has the chance to back him up. Chidwick, fortunate there. Ash with the overkill. And Chidwick just was about to say the kill, but it has allowed Warrior Gun to get up back into the fight. Brad grabs the boom. He needs to use this to good effect. What is he going to do with it? Trump, that was a very good position. Gets taken down by the overkill again. Ash, Mr. Overkill himself, is taking that again and more. What a boom, what a decision. Don't be wasting them like that. You need to keep them, you need to use them to best use.
They don't have the numbers advantage either, so even more so, they have to play careful with that boom shot. They were stuck in the pit. Aerox, they have pulled out though, and the great solution to come through. Xcon remain alive on that eagle for now. The boom shot point rotated to that range and catches out Sammy and escape. The score building, of course. Aerox, they can just about win this. Not too sure actually. Maybe I can come back. That's not my forte. I'm trying to cast instead, clearly. But right now, the last stronghold for Aerox is clearly on F. Ash does time from. Warrior gets the kill on J-Rage and goes for nothing. So the ticket is there. They're going to try and grab it by the horns.
This is very, very close. This is very, very close. Oh, Mush is there. He just made sure that he's made himself aware. And look, you see Ash trying to rotate, but no, it's not going to be enough. Xcon are going to take it 6-5. And just obviously to put your point, it was kind of all or nothing there for Xcon. They needed to make a play, and a play they just did. And we're looking at 6-5, and this is reminiscent of the Fox versus Xcon match first. Toby, you were watching it.
I think it was so close. Ash assumed that they probably had a home hill and they were going to win by points anyway. He probably didn't check during all that carnage, and he's running out. Oh wait, we don't have a hill. So he probably realised there, just as we did, the score did change. No, there is a weapon in pumping station. I'm wondering what that is. Of course, we saw the overkill place. We have blocks on the wall. What could that be? We'll find out very shortly, folks. In short, the attention is definitely still on that district. Nothing too major, nobody going there just yet. It's going to be more the same potentially out of the pit. Jumbled action. Warrior right ahead, so get the quick pick up.
Well played from Warrior.
Despite the smoke in his front of his face, he knew what was going on.
In over the cover, Warrior Gunners just slaying out left, right and centre. Mush this takedown Sammy KOT, and now we're looking at all the advantages. This should be a 6-6 given the respawn time. Ashen's in a bit of a bad area. Doing well to keep his life. Mush can't try and find the shot to take him down. I think Aerox are going to be okay, but nonetheless, Xcon do have the moon in their hands. Dodgy stuff. Dodgy times.
We do see a bit of rotation from there. There we go. J-Rage said rotation, and Ashens is there as well. It provides a bit of an angle right back on the E. They can provide a lot of pressure in that sense, but three players in the competition. It's the route they can abuse to get to the enemy's home hill. You do need some more players, arguably, on that E-hill though, to really provide that workhorse, if you will, to push through that E-hill. There's the boom shot from Warrior. Does find the first kill, but does not find the second. He gets to go with that boom shot.
Unfortunate incendiary grenades there on that plat. He should have probably waited a little bit longer, and now it's just getting allowed Fresh to come out with his life, and Pump has got one kill down, and one is down on the plat as well. Rage does trade him out, which is obviously very, very important here for Xcon, and Rage is making sure they don't have all the position in the world. That's a great shot there from Rage. Brilliant patience, clinical stuff, great execution from him, and Xcon thought that they were in such a good position, but it looks like Aerox have turned the tables around. Toby, let's go down to the wire here.
It's the smarts from J-Rage, right? He baits the first shot, he knows Mush is trying to obey him, waits for the shot, catches him out just as he tries to go wide essentially, but then he baits the shot on baby steps as he tries to push for that second player. As the opponent misses the shot, he goes in and closes the gap with a one-shot on his own. Fantastic set from J-Rage there. It's a pleasure to see. The result is an E-hill capture for his team. Midpoint now of this round, Aerox have control. There's no presence for Xcon in the enemy's home hill, so they've got a question in front of themselves. Where do they go? You know, do they go straight to E-hill, directly to the baby set from pumping station? Rotated the incense readily to the first row. Not going to connect. One left.
Kobe. That's all you need to say about that. That was a Kobe. You didn't really know the guy was there. I thought he was just getting comments from his teammates. Throw a Kobe. But you're very right here, Toby. Look, Aerox are 10 points up, and Xcon do need to make a play that might take 8. Didn't see the boom actually get the hands now, and one is down in the Eagle. This is a good play from Xcon. Warrior Gun does take down Sammy, and he takes down Incisive again. The Slayer that is Warrior Gun, he's really showing up. And now, that was
Incisive had one left over, so not sure if that's on the floor. I don't think it's even relevant. Xcon are actually going to take this round. You can tell from the main stage audio that they know they've just taken it to a round 13, ladies and gents. We thought Aerox were going to run away with this 4 rounds in a row at the start. Now Warrior, that's the man there on our screen, standing up, getting loud. It's 6-6, Elliot.
How's my prediction looking now, Toby? Looking like a Rolls Royce.
You wait for the
and an abandoned car park. Yeah. That's what it's looking like. Let me tell you. And Warrior Gun again, look, the man on your screen.
Oh. He has opinion to outlay to his opponents there, clearly. Getting his points across, just in case there was
a very aggressive
occurred before.
That's all you can really say about that. But Warrior Gun, look, Toby, he's showing up. He is leading his team, leading by example, and now we are seeing 6-6 round 13. This is all to play for. I know it's only map 1, but whoever wins this map is in the prime advantage. I like to think they can take the momentum and take it to map 2. It's just a little bit of a stalemate in this boom area. Who's going to make the first play? It's scared.
Nerve-wracking time.
Nerve-wracking time.
The first match in the winner's bracket. Aerox is supposed to win this on paper. But Xcon, they've taken it to this point. Boom shot in the hands of Incisive. He gets 1 kill. His teammates, though, Xcon Warriors, teammates do get some kills back. Incisive gets one back as well.
No, he's done it there, Crumb, and I think this is going to be an Xcon round, Toby. Toby, look, they're going to the home hill. I don't think they capped their home hill, their own home hill. Sorry, I'm lost for words here. I was watching that so intently, and then when Crump did that up A, that was brilliant play. But Ashen's here, being a sneaky beaver.
He's got the break in. That's the triple cap stop. The respawn timer. It's so long at this point that he's really reaching his way slowly. He's saved the round at this point. Actually, definitely saved the round for now. The question is, can Aerox recover? Brad on his own. No one near him. He's going to get angled out. Chidwick, Incense picked up. They can slow it down the best they can. Xcon as they're waiting for Brad to come off. Respawn, triple cap, Lincoln again. Aerox needs to get to the E-Hill. They will in time. The numbers are there.
Oh!
Can Crump go off though?
Don't Crump again. He's just made an absolutely fantastic play. But as I say, that Chidwick has taken down Crump. Warrior Gun though does take down Ash, and this is all to play for. It's hot in your mouth stuff. Xcon just needs to play it patient. Be cool. The boom is going to be up, and I believe in about 20 seconds, if they can get this second boom, they're in prime advantage to take this. And look, this is nerve-wracking stuff, Toby. I'm very sorry for outbursting like I did there, but I'm watching it so intently, and when something happens, I'm just like, oh God.
It's going to happen, my friend. Edge on your seat stuff, folks. Aerox the favourites to take this one, but Xcon, huge comeback here on this first map. Boom shot up soon. Ashen's trying to press up on that damage. The mantle is a mistake, that's for sure. He somehow gets a kill out of it though as Warrior falls. The start shotgunner for this game does 4. Crump falls as well. He's been pulling off some amazing punches this round. The damage is being done. Brad gets a kill back, but he is the last one alive. Unfortunately for him though, he will fall, and Aerox press for that triple.
Edge in your seat stuff, Toby. I mean, that was back and forth every single second. You couldn't take your eyes off it. What a map 1 to get us set off. But Aerox, yes, they come out the victors in a very tight match. We are getting way ahead of ourselves. We've still got potentially another 2 maps to go. And look, Ash, he's making himself
so many gestures.
Well. I think he's pointing at Chid and saying, you know, you dropped donuts, but he clearly didn't. But I don't know what happened there, but no, fair play to Aerox. They kept their cool when things looked like Xcon were taking the position, they were taking the advantage. They were, 4 men down, 3 men down at one point, but they did such a good job, Aerox, to get back up on. They were patient, they picked their moment, and now we see they've taken map 1.
Yeah, I think we should hire a translator for this event for sign language, because there's been so many different... Someone make a montage of all the hand gestures being pulled out, and we'll make a compilation of each one, and
We'll put it on YouTube.
Ash came out with 4 then. He came out with 4, who's a 0. The hair as well.
I think it's getting to that territory, Toby.
The choke, I think it was as well. Choke symbol, perhaps. I don't know.
I was going to say, Toby, I think we're getting to that territory that instead of top 5 plays at this event, we're going to have top 5
gestures.
Top 5 gestures.
Round responses.
Top 5 taunting of the other team.
Yeah.
But no, to break it down, Toby, Xcon, what do they do wrong? What did they do wrong in that last round? Why could they not close it out?
They had their chances, right, with Crump getting the clutch plays. I think the point to mention, highlight in that sense is you can't just rely on Crump to clutch against such a good team. You do need to follow through with that. Crump, he did come through with those individual shotgun plays, but he wouldn't lead to much if he doesn't have the support. And unfortunately, Aerox, they were just too inclined to just getting that win. They were in form with their shotguns. Yes, if Crump does go off, you know the teammates of Aerox will pull through. I think that's exactly what they did. They responded very well.
I was gonna, yeah, well, they did 100%. But you know, we saw Warrior Guns. He was taking 2 pieces, 3 pieces. He was.
Pumping station, we saw some great work from Crump there, who had a hell of a map of the way, as we've clearly seen in the last round there. I just think maybe a little bit too reliant on Warrior, pulling the numbers, pulling the kills and keeping them in it. If it wasn't for Warrior, you know, really performing there in that game, it could have been over a lot quicker, and a lot more comfortably for Aerox. I think Aerox will be happy with that. Consideration now is Xcon. They came so close to defeating Aerox in that first map that after just coming to very short, but not coming close enough to winning, they're probably a little bit deflated after that, Darko. Yeah, definitely. But we saw it against Fox. When Fox won that second map down by 7-6, they went on to Foundation. And obviously this is an entirely different map. They went on to Foundation and they just looked deflated. They looked like they didn't have any response. Fox was just doing a great job in picking out key positions and making them look fools when they were trying to make pushes. So sure. Xcon, they need to do something here. They need someone like Warrior Guns to really get hyped again, start picking off 2-3 kills at a time to hopefully the second map here, because the backs are against the wall. I don't think they go out if they lose this. It is winners bracket, so I don't think they go out if they lose this. However, still a very important match. Yeah, first winners bracket round 1, and they're against a team that they can potentially beat, as they've shown there. Second map left, Elliot, and I just like to point out that Dam is a map that Aerox have warmed up on, as I mentioned in the pick and ban process. That showed there. They seem to be, knowing exactly how to play that one out, despite it coming so close with the star players from Crump, etc. And we're going to Lift now, and I think it's a similar storyline. They had a great game against Liverpool earlier, playing with the weapon placement on offer, with the boom shot, of course, on the deck, and I'd expect them to perform as consistently in this one. Tell me, Elliot, first map. Well, Warrior Gun's slaying ability is needed like a full English breakfast after a heavy night of alcohol. Right. Okay. I'm telling you, they need him to step up. I feel like if he does start slaying like he did in that last map, and they can capitalise on those key situations, maybe this is going to be a very different telling, in my opinion. I feel like Xcon, I think they're going to come back here. I'm going to stick to my prediction of it's going to be a 2-1 Aerox, and I feel like Xcon are going to take this map, and it's going to be another 7-5 or 7-6. They were close, to be fair to you. Yeah, they were. You were writing them off after 4 rounds. You were like, I was quick to just jump on the train, the Aerox train. Looking shaky. Yeah, they look shaky at times. Yeah. Yeah, you'd expect Aerox to finish off cleanly, the momentum, but no, Xcon perhaps given a few too many opportunities there and allowed to flourish with the shotguns. But yeah, we are getting into Lift, folks. It is loading up on my second monitor in front of me, so apologies for the delay between the two maps. In terms of my prediction, I think Aerox will win this one. I don't think it'll be as close as Dam. I'm going to stick to my guns, my warrior guns, if you will.
Toby, you got a joke up there in that head box of yours.
taking a page from your book, my friend, to round off this match potentially.
It takes a lot of training. Yeah, you ever seen Batman? You know, a ninja.
I think he's off the cuff with you, mate. I don't think you. Can you tell me, do you revise these one-liners?
No, not at all.
No?
In fact, these one-liners are terrible.
It's just you. It's just a reflection of your personality, then, is it?
It's a reflection of my personality, and they're terrible one-liners. So stop encouraging me, Toby. Stop telling me they're good. But now we're going to kick off. We're in map 2. If you've just joined us, it's Xcon Esports versus Aerox. Map 2, Aerox won that, just clinched out that one and down 7-6, and now we're going to go into map 2. Let's see what can happen. Toby?
Thoughts are incisive, has been given platform essentially that angle. Xcon, they went for the quick cap of B. It's worked in that sense, but can they hold on to it? There's a clear presence still from Aerox. There's a down actually to the enemy player there. Mush just getting revived, pulled out by his teammate. The form of Crumb, but gained anything up there. They've lost control of B. Now they've got a decision to make. Are we going to rotate it? Flank it. They're going to run down the cut straight to home street. Brad getting the double though as the change of strat is evident. Brad is working hard to make that maybe that to be a productive approach there. That's a rotation, honestly.
It has worked out well. Brad getting the 2-piece there is definitely needed from the Xcon team. They need a Slayer. They need these 2v1s, these 3v1s to go their way if they're going to have any chance of coming back here. We need what else about Warrior Gun to really come out. And you know what the situation here. This is a very large, very long rotation here from Aerox onto this A hill, but they do need to take it back, but nothing too fast.
Here it comes.
See them going into Mush. Can they make Mush of him? They do. And now we see Brad does go down as well. Actually getting the kill there. Mush and Sammy KLT getting the kill there with Brad. And now I just think they're going to take this up top, this Rocks area. We see it so often, don't we, Toby? That Rocks area being a imperative strat when playing this map. I would just like to point out as well, one thing I was going to say is that Aerox, they played, I can't remember who, they played someone on main stage of this map, and this is actually the map where they turned it around. They actually lost the first map and turned it around this one. So this is obviously a very strong map for Aerox in my opinion. So I think your prediction might come to fruition, to be honest.
Okay.
But I hope not.
Double backing?
No, I'm not double backing.
Right.
I'm not double backing.
Weakness being shown.
I'm just saying. I'm going.
The white flag is starting to be raised.
No. It's just the white flag's being made.
It's being prepared.
It's being prepared.
Just in case contingency plan at least is being put in place. Ready.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just making it, and we're doing the graphics on it right now with the speed.
Okay.
I don't know what's happened here. People aren't hitting shots.
Okay, well, yeah, very scrappy in the arcade. From back and forth. He knows he's out of options here. Comes flying through, takes advantage of Crump, taking a kill there. Scorely to Xcon. One hill capture both teams as they practice the timing. Xcon coming out of respawn now, trying to hold position. Out damage here. Mark knows where he's going. Half days readily into actual. Here a shout from the main team, actually makes sense. Kills our superstar to be built up to Xcon now, and I think that's the nail in the coffin. Bar a miracle being pulled off from Aerox. Tyson gets a kill. We need more than that though. 204, 205. No one's going to be at B. This will be the Xcon round. Start off the right way necessary to come back in this match.
I was just going to say that would have had to have been a massive play from Ash there in that arcade to take that 2v1 and win a
360 Superman.
I know you love a 360 Miracle Superman, but you know it just didn't happen there. Xcon did a great job in shutting down Aerox pretty quickly. Xcon, they do go up by 1 round. This isn't usual territory for Xcon. They're normally used to going down by 2-3 rounds when they've been on main stage so far, and then coming back. So maybe this is the point where actually they start strong and finish strong as well.
Good. I like it that you said finish strong, not just fell by the wayside.
I didn't fell by the wayside. I'm going strong here, baby.
Your flag down there, but no, you slowly raised it there. I like it.
That's a little bit down.
N-bar plays down, pulls barrier at platform over by maintenance, 2v2. And you like that happen, I know for a fact. But the question is, how is that going to affect things? Stay away from the quick pickup. He's putting it just to his right, taking advantage, pulling out, I like it. Keeping distance, doesn't need to enter a shot mouth, just abuse that end.
Oh, there it is from J Rage. There we go, you know, I do love it. M-bar shot, and he's just making light work of this Xcon team as they're pushing over on the home hills. Brilliant play by him, and I was praying to the gears for this was going to happen, and J Rage has certainly answered by full three. He's there with this fantastic weapon. Some people will disagree with me, but as I say that, Xcon are doing well to defend their home hill. Just needs to get this kill quickly, doesn't get into cover, he just gets it there, hits him in the arm and takes him down, and now I see Aerox, they are looking to make a play, they are looking to put some pressure here on the Xcon home hill. Let's see if Xcon needs to defend it again, they don't. J Rage takes down Chipwood, Warrior Guns goes down, and now now we see that Ashes in the 1v with Xcon Brad, and he does take it down. I feel like that is going to be that all. As I say that though, Mush makes a great play and rotates him to B. So Xcon do have
heads up play from Mush, knowing exactly what's going down on the C hill. That might not do much for his team, and in fact, a rotation is needed. Buys time for Xcon. Let's see. These two players back out. J Rage trying to get the bench. Excellent. He done as well. That pinch traps Mush. He's going to fall. J Rage keeping up the pressure on C. All the way back. Xcon are aware though, but the most important thing is the numbers do remain on Aerox's side. So essentially trapped here on the home hill are Xcon as the score continues to build. Soon Aerox they didn't have to put the silver cap essentially. They keep this up, but Warrior does finally break through.
Well, it's back and forth at the moment, Toby. I've said that many times before so far this event. It has been, we've seen some pretty evenly matched.
Brilliant match.
Pretty evenly matched matchups. That's a great shot, as you say, by Ash. Aerox are in a great lead here, 80-point lead. They don't need to do anything too drastic. What they need to do is just hold the ball here. It's going to be there for us. I'm not too sure. The M-bar is in the hands of J Rage again. I think he's picked up some actions there, taking down Children, Mush taking down Ashes. I think B Hill now is going to be taken. I hope they're going to be able to do anything against B Hill. I think it's broken.
209.
This is it! Sammy KLT does take down more, let's take it down. Very takes his own mate down. But no, they cannot stop the bleeding. I believe it's going to be an Aerox.
Response comes through from Aerox. 1-1 in lift. 3 minutes on the dot to conclude that round. Just looking at the players. Not too much excitement. Not too much energy being expended here. Business as usual at this point for Aerox on our screen here.
Indeed. No hype needs to be really made in these kind of early rounds.
1-1. They've not taken a significant score lead. As you are.
But no, I mean, let's get straight back into this one. Now, there's not been a weapon placement. Just still the Empire here. I'd like to see this fight. I know this fight gets a little bit scrappy, but J Rage looked like he got in there a little bit too easily. We see it as return the call, try and make sure that come back to that Empire again and get that free-piece nugget.
It's been very impressive this event. Great movement. Unfortunately, right there, Mush does get the better of him. Decides to try to rotate round, try to find that 1v. Instead, Bob's up, a little bit of rotation, smart play, a bit more predictable to his opponent. The pinch does result. Oh, he's rolled into Chidwick though, I'm sure he didn't want to do that. Does stay alive, so Jerry's got a headshot, it's not going to be, in fact, get a kill off the screen there. Really was, yeah, textbook. J Rage keeps the distance, wait for Chidwick to push that one side. Aerox, they win the initial on both sides. They apply the pressure as soon as possible, and it took less than 1 minute to steal around and take the lead.
Very good play from Aerox there, clinical stuff, executed perfectly. J Rage though, just to mention, he's going on a little bit of a tear here, 12 kills and 4 downs, and look at him, look at the man himself. J Rage on your screen there.
Yep, composed.
Looking calm.
And invested in his team.
He's also
the comms.
Recently had a haircut as well. Like it.
Okay. Alright. Relevance? Not too sure.
Not too sure.
Not too sure. Nonetheless. Nonetheless. 2-1. The score. A weapon on rocks, and I can't tell exactly what it is. We'll find out in just a second. It's going to be available just yet. It is going down. But the focus remains on J-Rage once again, jumped on board with him. This time Xcon pressing up fast on the platform. But that spot, it means they can see exactly where he is through that smoke on fire, forcing Xcon back. Ashes picked the kill, in the aspect.
Indeed, and Xcon, they did decide to be a little bit more aggressive, but it's just perfectly handled by Aerox. Great. Oh, that was fantastic play. Some real exquisite Gears of War happening on your screens right now. And now Ashes and Sammy are just going to try and put some pressure. Perfect there. He's giving them a little PGT bag there. Now I feel like this is just going to be an Aerox round. They just need to make sure they take the numbers coming in. All up to Crump, he can't get the touch. He's going to be taken down though again. Great stuff from Aerox. They do take down Crump and Brad, and that's going to be an Aerox round. 3-1 in the favour of the Aerox boys.
I'm not too surprised that Sammy actually teabagged there. He's not usually the one to teabag, right, on a given roster, but he outplayed that individual so well, right? He baited the shot, first of all, baited the up A more specifically, while holding that lefty hook hard in on left hand. As soon as that shot came through, he gets his out, rolls back, keeps the distance, and then unloads the second one. It's perfect. It's textbook. Baiting, keeping the distance, staying alive. What else can you ask of that man? Nothing more, in my opinion. Boom shot, actually, going down the deck, Elliot.
Going down on the deck, indeed. And now I feel this is reminiscent of the damn scenario. Who's going to come out on top? Xcon. They've had enough. They need to do something. They need to try and take it to these boys. They obviously have its main power. And now they need to use it. So here we go. Mush takes down their lashings. J-Rage does take down. Gets taken down. Excited gets taken down. This is now advantage numbers. Just about Xcon and wow. Chidwick with the double there takes down Sammy KLT in the end, does pick up the boom, and now we've got long respawn times. But look, the lashings, he's just off spawn.
About to meet. What's going on though, Elliot? Brad, he got the M-bar. He was the only man who went down again. He took advantage, he got a perfect kill with that M-bar across the map. He allowed Chidwick to just go huge. The preview one is even more difficult, but saying that, I hear Chidwick getting loud as he's getting more and more kills on that kill feed. Boom shots used, M-bar still in the hands of Brad, but Aerox, they have rotated over that detail just to try and prevent that.
Great rotation to be honest as well, and then again we see another fantastic shot from Chidwick. He's definitely had enough, the lad. Look at this pressure that Xcon just putting on Aerox's home field. It's brilliant stuff. It's almost reminiscent of what they've done in Jackson. He's just flying at them at this point. He does not want to lose this round, and lose this round they did not. 3-2 Xcon.
He's on fire.
Aerox.
He was on fire. Literally and figuratively there, as he even ran to an instant at the end just to try and get that kill. That's how confident he was in finishing off that round. His style was Chidwick. Nice moment of greatness. One of the best rounds, perhaps, round performances that we'll see this event. Nicely done.
Very, very much so, Toby Campbell. You know, in terms of Chidwick there, he took one piece, he took two pieces, he picked up the boom, he came out
rotated,
on top in that fight, so that's great play by him. And you know, it is going to take, and I said it at the start before we were kind of pre-talking about the teams that Chidwick and Warrior Gun so far have been their two Slayers, have been their two Towers. And you know, they need them two to really step up to the Chidwick just did there. If we can get Warrior Gun on the same path, we could be looking at a yellow brick road to the Wizard of Oz.
That specifically, or we'll see. We will see. I'm not sure the Wizard of Oz lives on this moving lift, but we'll wait and see if that's the case. I mean, I love it. But the focus, it has to be once again on this boom shot pickup. Brad, he's going to go for that M-bar once again, uncontested, but he's left on his own now. He's not going to have too easy shots. Then in front of him, he's going to have to come all the way down to that B hill now. Rolling all over the place. Sammy taking advantage straight away. Tonight, and it's just about enough time. That triple cap come through to round off this first half, 42. Now to start off strong here.
What do you do in that situation, Toby, when there's a boom on your home hill? You know, it's been fully capped, by the way, as well. So you know, you have to get the decap. You can't really stand in there because there's a boom watching you. And just everything, you've lost hope at that point, haven't you? So Aerox doing a great job there. They took the position in that boom area. They took the boom. They used it. They put it to good use, and now we're seeing them 4-2 up. And I did say Aerox, they obviously proved in the earlier matchups they are very good at this map. They can close it out when they want to in key scenarios. That's what it's showing right now. But we are swapping over hills, so let's see if they're as strong on that first rotation as they are on this one.
I think what we're seeing right now is just a little bit of polish of Aerox shining through, just to give them the edge consistently. Small edge, but consistent throughout this map and the match. Just giving them a leg up on their opponents. And I think particularly the side of that kill on bouncing round. This is one player tries to flank. Full red. He does get to the safety of his teammate, ready for a revive chain from Warrior on the rocks. That was just about going for attack and lift up immediately. Aerox lances coming through. And does take out to push up to the T hill. Trying to cap it. Not too confident. They can stay up though. They can stay alive and up rather than go for it.
Yeah, brilliant play from Aerox, but Xcon, they are doing well to just make sure they don't do anything too drastic here. Some good fire play here from Brad and Warrior. I would like to see them go down and try and contest it. I know it's quite hard in the scenario because they've got maybe 4 players on that side, but I would like to see them try and go down. They just do. Chidwick again taking down J-Rage. He's got the first blood there. Use this advantage to try and take the team in. Then now on the other side, they're giving some teamwork. Plantify themselves. What are they going to do here? I'd like to see them maybe rotate. Try and get position elsewhere. It's down. Doesn't go for the kill. Aerox in prime position here, Toby.
Yep, a little bit slow around here. The respawn timer is lower. Triple cap opportunity. Weapons are not present on the map. Of course, that great boom shot. That can instigate many pushes. Aerox, a little bit of a rotation now. But they've seen where the opponents are. They're going to just go all the way back to you to see if that's a better solution to the current scenario presented in front of them.
Well, I agree with that rotation, Toby, I really do, but I'd like to see them actually do something with it. Xcon are doing a great job of making sure they don't get involved in the map, and I guess say that Sammy Kelsey does take down Mush, and now they've got the E-hill on lock. I could be wrong, Warrior Gun taking down Ash, just taking him. What would you like to see in this scenario? Look, Aerox have to do something. They are going down on points. The points are going up quite rapidly. They have still got the 2 points there. So let's take that down to Chidwick. This is going to be a tough round in my opinion. He's going back and forth. Warrior Gun there, trying to get the kill there, and Ashton did not quite hit it. He's got Brad to come back his mate up, and now we see J-Rage usually capping the E-hill. He does go down though, and I think that's going to be an Xcon round. Oh no!
E-hill captured.
Yeah,
Xcon just like there's no players of Aerox left over there. Close one, just kick off the second half. Xcon definitely still in it, only 1 round behind now as it stands. But yeah, a much slower round, a bit more strategic that one. Aerox playing it slow, waiting for the right time to push. They did, but it was those 2 players right at the top of rocks there for Xcon, holding on for pretty much most of the round there at the top. If one of them gets down from Lantifier, the revive chain can come in quickly, or just simply the revive. And lances onto the hill makes it extremely difficult for Aerox to cap.
Exactly.
So just in that itself, Xcon really had a stranglehold, if you will, on that either.
Yeah. And just to mention as well, Toby, we just saw it there briefly, but J-Rage is currently on 19 kills, 8 downs, and 62 time dead. He's having an absolute
most kills, least time dead, and most downs. Okay, he's got every stat in the book going for him, folks. Points to course as well. He's having a great game. Is J-Rage. The stats simply do not lie in this case.
His hips don't lie, nor does J-Rage's shotgun, but he is weak.
Down there, Chidwick, on the angle, but teammate Tyson goes over near. Chidwick, good effort though, great play to actually pick up that kill. Damage is done though for his team as Incisive walks away with a nice fresh M-bar to utilise elsewhere on the map.
Well, we were seeing another M-bar put down, and it's now in the hands of Incisive. Be interested to see if he swaps out the there. He's currently using the side of the map, so I think he's going to use it himself. Let's see if he can confuse. So he's going to be targeting out there. We're seeing 3 members. That's a great shot there from Incisive. He does get the headshot. Misses the second one by the with a thread of the woolly shot. They're currently using great shot there. He does get down Warrior Gun. And now it's going back and forth. He does go down front. And we do have 2 members of Xcon in the E-Hill, and they're just going to use this. They are going to use this to go on the assault to Aerox's home hill. J-Rage and his mate just making sure they don't decap it. Good play from them, but look at the points. The damage has been done, some would say.
Yeah, Embar was picked up by Aerox, right? Incisive, he's lost that now. He pushed up very far with that weapon. He probably didn't need to go that far into the enemy territory at the E-Hill there, given that he could just abuse that weapon at range. And while all that was going on at the start of the round, actually securing that Embar, they didn't have a hill for ages, Aerox, and now this is the result. The later game is translated into Xcon having a big score lead. They've won just the most important team fight potentially of this round. But guess what? They've gone back to their comfortable position of 2 at rocks, and they're defending 2 hills. Aerox, they're playing it slow, and rightfully so. This could be the last push of this round, and they really need to make it count now.
They do indeed. I feel like just setting up for it. See Sammy KLT, he is willing to move a bit, move up on the mid-room, but he does get taken down by Bush. Good play from him, just making sure he can't go anywhere. But you see J-Rage Incisive making an assault now home from the hole. He tap it as well, but as I say that front, and Brad take down Incisive and Ash. J-Rage goes down as well, and it feels like Xcon, they were just too powerful there, Toby. I believe this is going to go in their favour.
Indeed it is. Once again, the strategy from Xcon this time around proving to be too much for Aerox, as Aerox clearly favour power weapon play, or at least the pickup rather. There weren't many players made with said weapon. Xcon took advantage with the points and setup. Well done.
I know I just want to mention as well, I know that we've been saying that Xcon, obviously, I said, I maybe got this completely wrong as a caster, I apologise, but I think Xcon, their slaying ability was what was going to kind of really carry them. But actually, when it slows down, you look at it, it always goes in the way of Xcon. So maybe they need to now just slow down the rounds, try and get the position. Like we say, sorry, incendiary grenades have been posted up.
And it's not a boom shot either.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if Aerox plays the boom shot down there. It'd be the typical go-to strategy for this point. So it is going to stay relatively slow. More players will be sent for the Embar than towards the boom shot on the map. That's a bit more of a basic initial for both teams. So something's out for it. It's nice that we've got the Embar, right? The hills have been captured. A bit more of a level playing field than the last round. Rotating it all the way around the back, almost gets down, but in safety, rotating onto that E-Hill, and now Aerox using that new weapon can push up and try and get that E-Hill with it.
I just feel like Incisive has got out of that with that Embar a little bit too easy for my liking, Toby. I feel like they needed to probably put a little bit more pressure on Incisive to ensure he didn't get the weapon, and we saw last round he did take two Xcon team members down with it. So again, Xcon, I don't know what's going to happen here. They need to do something to try and make sure the pressure doesn't come in.
I mean, immediately Xcon, they're taking control of Rock. Still pulling that boat. It's a big risk. These players actually pushing up while Incisive is charging that Embar up. Brad left with his own devices up here. Sammy lit up just a little bit, but the numbers are going to overwhelm eventually, and Rox has been defeated. Now Aerox, they have the ticket to actually win this round. They have the kill.
And I think that's, someone needs to check if Albert Einstein is on their team, because that was a little bit of genius there. Ash goes down the hill and makes up. They have incineries, they have the Embar, and they're in a fine position here to try and take this round. I thought that was a bit of a genius play there by Aerox, so I like it a lot. Me like it.
Aerox do have the score lead as it goes, not too significant by the way. Another round to the tally, taking the lead once again if they hold. They've lost the E-Hill, numbers are not on their side there. It's trying to fly back in, it's going to connect with that up A. So that's the ticket actually to the F-Hill for Xcon. They can wrap around. It's going to be a difficult hold for Aerox. The time is on their side. His front shot starts to fly in. 207. That is going to be it. As Ash holds out with a double. Nice little triple at the end there as well. Just the camera flicked away. Stylish.
Stylish indeed. And that's where, you really need to hold your nerve in these land scenarios, because he could have easily missed that shot, allowing Mush to whip his shot to one-shot Ash. So that's where the key moments at lands They really come into play. Small things I know, and maybe not worth mentioning, but that's what separates the boys from the men.
Yeah, okay. I can agree. I can agree.
The girls from the women. That's both ways.
Depends which way. Depends which way. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Let's crack on though.
Let's
move on. Let's move on from that. As no, great play from Aerox. They look at their team themselves now, 5-4 up. Nothing too drastic has been put down. Hammerberg is storage and start units area, also known as arcade. Defensive player and like to use the call out. But you know, again, this deck area, it's been pretty hit or miss. It's been pretty inconsistent for one team. Again, though, Incisive just allowed to have that end bar. Although I do think Xcon weren't looking to pressure it, but they really need to not give someone like Incisive that weapon, because again, he's taking one. Just misses there by an earlobe, some would say, but no, they really need to stop giving this Incisive this weapon, because he's obviously put it to good use so far, and he's proving again there, getting the kill over the cover. Aerox now in the advantage.
Great chance up there, honestly, catching him out, and as he moved across that cover, getting the call out from his teammate that he's got to move, he's going to move, and execute well. The rotation comes through, of course, 6 shots remaining to the end bar. Surprise, surprise! Oh, not at all. There comes Ash. It's once again, his textbook Ash goes to the insane. It forces the hand of Incisive to start to, or Xcon rather, to stick their heads up. Incisive takes advantage with the airball out, and he gets a double this time round.
Oh no, that's unlucky there, but I think Chibik is weak. That's a great pistol there. Got the trigger finger of a man on a lot of Red Bull, but well played. I like that a lot, but again, someone needs to call Albert Einstein, because he needs his brain back. These brain boxes, these geniuses, again with a fantastic play, and it's worked out again. They've now got the position in the E-Hill. They now have the M-Bar again in the hands of Incisive. He's putting it to good work. Aerox looking very methodical right now, and it's great to see.
It's really back to basics, and I like to see it actually from Ash and Incisive working as a duo. While Ash goes for those insets, they have to stick their heads up Xcon by some means. They're going to try and do unpredictably, but Incisive being a smart player, he knows exactly what they're going to try and do. Try and stick their heads out, wall peek by Incisive. That skill, that smart positioning, he catches them out, and he catches 2 out there. And that's a clear victory. They get instant control, and they lovely job. Check that one. Incisive now rotating this angle through to the finds Brad, he gets down. Xcon trying to go into that over potential to the triple. That's where the action is moving control. Not played off too long. If you got time in terms of the score, it's pretty back and neck. They do indeed. But Ash gets pressure intense. Oh, here comes Mush. That could be the difference maker actually, just as a score. Aerox could be taking advantage on the platform. J-Ray's trying to run away. Triple cap potentially is most 2 players here for Xcon on left, nowhere near a hill. 1 second, it comes through. Aerox 6-4 now, and match point.
And I'd just like to say, Xcon, why have they fallen for it again? You know, they know it's going to happen. How have they allowed? Surely they know, as soon as they saw Ash, they saw Incisive, surely they knew that the play was going to be made once more, and they didn't see it, and they were punished quite severely. Aerox taking that round, and again, as I said it once, I said it again, Aerox looking very methodical right now, and it's good to see. Incisive though, marksman Incisive.
I think it's just Aerox playing their way, right? That's what we wanted to see. It's nothing too extremely fancy. You know, Incisive, he gets the air mark control, and then it's a slow rotation over those incense, wait for them to spawn. When they come up, that's how they get back from. So it was their kryptonite, as it were, in the last 7 rounds of the second half. They've responded well. Showing right now. They finally changed the strategy. They don't want to give the M-Bar away for another round. They've seen exactly what happens. They can abuse it to outplay them.
Well, I like that Xcon have actually changed the strat, and they've made sure that Incisive hasn't gotten out with that M-Bar once again. And now Incisive he's been taken out quite convincingly, and now we see Aerox are 4 men down. Ash is all on his own. What can he do here? He's pinged Lancer. He's in a cage full of bullets right now, and not looking like he can do much. And I think this is going to go in the way of Xcon Esports. Well deserved as well. And again, it shows you that if you can change the strats, you're going to win.
Ashen's done well to stay alive as long as he can. Allows Aerox to break it once again. It's not over just yet. Trump firing air shots, nothing connecting. That extra gun not in the fight would be literally half the ticket to sustain in this one. Lost a lot of lives. They've held on. They've held on. Incisive picked that last kill up against Crump, and now they're going to hold on to this round, the skin of their teeth. And yeah, I'll go back to it again. The M-bar. They have the M-bar control. They win with it. That's one less shotgun, one less pistol, one less lancer. Aerox just had, or just were able to hold on to that, so it must be done.
Well, Xcon now need to really close this out because they'll be kicking themselves quite severely if now Aerox can come back and take the points. Really won't be a happy bunch of lads, but now we see Decisive. He's picked up the hammer burst. Can he put that to work? Ash and J-Rage on this side of the platform area. I don't think they've got time to wait for the new M-bar. J-Rage obviously knows that. He needs to try and push out over to the Xcon member there. He's on the fight though. They are going to decap the D-hill, so good play from them. I'd like to see them now rotate to the E. Is that what they're going to do? I don't know. One is down in the E though. Xcon Esports are losing numbers. They are losing numbers quickly. Oh, that's good play there from Sammy KLT. He takes down one, but Mush replies. J-Rage though. Look at this flag. We saw it in the early rounds. This is what Aerox love to do. They love to make these strategies. They love to make it a little bit strange. Now, Xcon all up to this E-hill. They need to hold it. Shield's being a bit aggressive. He gets taken out by Ashens, and now Ashens and J-Rage, they can make the play on E, they can put forward, they can try and decap it quickly. Warrior Guns here needs to try and stop the damage happening. He takes down two, that's great play from him. Well played, Xcon. I think they're going to take round. They're going to take this round?
Yep, they are.
They are indeed. Well played. Great hold from Xcon. I liked the idea from Aerox.
Yep.
But well held by Xcon.
It was a measured push, but it was maybe a little bit too passive, a little bit too hesitant. They needed to hurry up a little bit and not leave it to one big team fight at the end at E. As soon as they picked up the kills, as soon as they got the numbers advantage in the relative areas, just carry on, keep going. They took a little too long, and that's something that happened in a spawn, and it cost them that, in my opinion. 6-5 now. Just so you thought Aerox could just take it away with a win. Not going to be the case yet. 6-5 as it stands. Two rounds needed for Xcon per minute. One round for Aerox to clean up. Another match point here. Let's see how the strats go. Definitely not gonna leave the ammo again. Xcon 3v3 approach. Pay attention to this element. Ash whittled the incense away very quickly. No answer from Xcon.
Now we've got Grump who's picked out quite quickly inside, so he does take down Grump. This is, want for a better phrase, but squeaky bum time for both of these two teams. Ash does take down Brad as well, and Xcon are now two members down with these long respawns as well. It's not a good position to be in. I feel like they're not going to put pressure on it so far. Xcon are just going to get out there anyways. They're not going to just wait for the respawns and regroup, but I've said that, Aerox, they take the position.
Yep, advantage Xcon. Mush, he realises not his players are left down at this platform. He's going to just gain this side of the map and start setting up here. Ash does get an instant kill, and that's going to stagger the spawns of Xcon, stagger anything they want to do next. 22 second spawn time right now, and that is going to really slow them down compared to the first several rounds we've seen. Xcon actually setting up and going for this next push. Here comes Chidwick up the score. They're going to be looking towards this E-hill to see if they can make a break here. It's going to be a tough one though. It really is. Sammy's already set up on the rocks, and if you just bring up the overhead, yeah, it's safe to say Aerox do have a very strong control right now of this map.
Drastic here. This is a stalemate, but who's going to move their forward first? That's the question here, Toby. We're now in a position where we've got 3 men apiece on this E side. See J-Rage here just taking his time. Ashens with the man, he's on the fans as well. Now we see Chidwick, he's going to move, he's going to try and rotate.
M-bar will be up soon.
Yeah, I was going to say that he's going to rotate for this M-bar. And
he has to be careful though, of course, now they're clearly positioned very heavily over towards the just to make sure they don't lose it, but also if they get the numbers advantage significantly, they might even push themselves and go rotate to the Echo. So
probably good play here, and this is where boys become men. Mushpike, he takes down 2, and Ashes. He takes down Oregon, traded a piece again. There we go. Mission's in a very good position. He needs to try and take this now. Aerox have done some damage, but I don't think it's not recoupable here by Xcon Esports. If they can get this decap, they can get the cap here. Inside from that, Rag does pick down Ashes. Slicer is in a bit of a bad position. He goes down, and look, you see a swarm domination coming in from Xcon. This could go to a 6-6. It's down to J-Ray to get the touch. He goes down almost immediately. Sammy KOT is left on his own. They haven't, for some reason, capped E here. I feel like this is going to be an Xcon round. It's just that.
Broken in time again.
Oh, he's broken in time just again, and that's it. Look, we are at round 13, map 2. Shaky hands, shaky feelings.
Shaky everything.
Shaky everything.
So
I'm shaky right now. I might fall off the stage.
I
was going to say I've had enough Red Bull today to knock out a horse.
Okay.
Would it actually knock out a horse?
I don't know.
That's a bit of a bad one.
To Google.
Anyways.
Chat goes, perhaps. How many Red Bull cans?
Well, they say if you drink too much
to
sleep a horse, it would be technically it would die. But,
okay, well, 24 second response timer. Yeah, if you're knocked out in this game, it could be the end of your time on there potentially. Let's see how this initial plays out. Intense overkill, Ember with the weapons down the midline, J-Rage, Franco positioning for the Ember control. Aerox, they're on match point. Xcon, they need to win 1 to force the map 3. Nerve-wracking times for both teams in this first winners bracket round. F-Hill game for Aerox momentarily.
There's match point for Aerox and all to play for Xcon. This is why we love Gears of War, Toby. It's moments like this.
It's a strategic map, isn't it?
It is,
right now.
indeed.
It's usually the boom shot that goes down in deck. Instead, both teams have been going for rocks control. They've been going for rotations. The M-bar has been a consideration for both sides. Set pieces, if you will. Mid-round plays. That's what it's been about so far. It's been a pleasure to cast over and watch.
Oh, no, you don't.
The fight goes down. Slicer does a great job there. Oh, this is a bit of a bad play from Crump. He hasn't got the kill. Now he's reloading. They need to kill him. He needs to die. He cannot get out. Got a 2v1 and an M-bar in the hands of Incisive. Once again, Crump is trying to get the shot. He doesn't quite get the damage needed to try and kill J-Ray. J-Ray's just going to always expect the double back. That's what I once man said to me, solidarity. But on the other side of the map, we see Ash and KOT go down. Great M-bar there from Incisive. It's all popping off.
3v3.
It's a 3v3, and again we see ourselves in a...
Look at the score as well. I mean, Aerox, they could play this low. They could snowball these kills, get this power weapon to take down Chidwick as he's doing low. There's the J-Rage kill as they go for the E-Hill.
This is questionable as well. This is questionable. I don't know why Chidwick there came out of the arcade to try and take that player. I think he was trying to up-A him as he's trying to get out, but he might maybe have done a better job in just staying in there, trying to get a trade. Questionable decision from him though, but look, again, we are in another stalemate. I need to check. Last time I saw we were playing Gears of War 4, not UE. That doesn't matter. Oregon goes down, that's 2 down. Oh, he can't quite get the kills. No. Lashes does take down Warrior Gun though, and he's standing still for some reason. Maybe a technical glitch there, and Sammy KOT trying to get the 2v1 on the fans area. They need to kill him quickly. Black cannot get out of his life or get out of the kill, which is exactly what he does. Toby, this is messy, this is intense.
It's close. Xcon do win that fight there. Given the 24-second respawn timer, the triple cap opportunity will be on their minds. Aerox trying to cap that before the rotation comes through. They're going to try and defend it here. Can't defend on that hill now. We're going to try and rotate over to the F-Hill. Numbers dwindling. They really do need to hold on to these kills. If anything, here comes right out the back. 2 kills for him. Kills stacking as only Ashes and Incisive are alive momentarily. They're trying to go to break the D-Hill. Ashes waiting for the time to go in. He will get landed out. And Xcon, they just need to clean up these kills. They just need to clear the hills.
Xcon have won this 7-6, and that is map 2 that goes in favor of Xcon Esports, and we're going to go into a map 3, and the hype on the stage is incredible. Bit of a he said, she said there.
3 rounds in a row, by the way.
I just would like to say, look at J-Rage as well. 30 kills, 15 downs. He had a fantastic map there.
Least time dead.
Least time dead as well.
Most downs, still the most kills. He maintained that true MVP status in terms of the quantitative side of the game, but it was not enough. Xcon, they just seem to win those crucial little team fights at the end there to make the difference in the later rounds, I think Aerox will be kicking themselves at times, honestly, as a result. Xcon once again clutching up individually, just as we saw in Dam, to take them as far as they did on that map. Maybe they got their comeuppance there, and that's finally a map for Xcon going to the final map for Forge Blitz.
What a fantastic display of Gears of War, though. You said it, you know, you saw how strategic it was. You know, you mentioned it and how kind of slow it was, and you know that fans area. No one wanted to make a move. Everyone was too scared to make that play, and you know, it came out. You know, it was kind of like Aerox made the play. They got the 2 kills, but then Xcon straight away replied with 2 other kills of themselves, and it was one of those matchups, and it has been for both maps that it's just been a back and forth, evenly matched, you know, matchup. And I told you, by the way, just like to let you guys know that my prediction is actually coming into fruition right now, and you've already said that if it comes in, you owe me a beer.
What, sorry?
Sorry.
Hello? Do we have past broadcast available? I don't remember saying that, but you can pass me that white flag, I guess, that you started making. Pretty sure on that map there, on that second map, you were putting it down. Oh, no, maybe I don't. Yeah, I need. No, maybe not. It was back and forth, wasn't it? That map, and very entertaining one of that. And yeah, I can't wait to get into Forge Blitz.
Nor can I.
A map I haven't casted over yet this event myself. Have you casted over this one? No.
Forge Blitz, no. This is actually the first time we've seen it on main stage, Toby, and you know, we did. Well, we don't want to go back to the Sheffield event when we casted it for the 2 Spanish teams, but
yes.
That was fantastic. You know, if you've had the pleasure of watching that matchup, that was exactly. Well, it's bringing me back memories. Let me just say, this matchup of what happened there. But no, Forge Blitz for this event hasn't been played yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what these 2 teams do on this map. You know, I feel like every single time we say it, that up top fight is so important, and it seems to be that a lot of teams. I know Alex Froome will disagree with me, but it seems to be a lot of teams, you know, want to, you know, put those that 2v2 fight up there fundamentally, but normally. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what these 2 teams can do on this match.
Yeah, I think this will be a clash of shotguns once again, especially in that control room. You expect more of the same from both teams in terms of the base strats. I think we're not going to see anything too complicated to start off, at least on this one. The potential is there for either team taking it, though. I mean, Aerox, again, they seem like the stronger team, both on Dam and even that map there. They just didn't close out a lot of those rounds. Xcon clutched up. Is that clutch factor going to be enough in this final map? Have Aerox deflated a little bit after that loss? Remember, 3 rounds in a row Xcon got there on lift to finish that one off. Aerox, they had so many opportunities to wrap it up. It seemed like they had everything on lockdown, but they just didn't close out. Simply put, in any of those last 3 rounds, and they really could have. They had opportunities to do so. It wasn't going to come in fruition though for them, and we find ourselves on Forge Blitz.
We do indeed, and look at the 2 teams on your screen there: Xcon Esports and Aerox. Aerox looking a little bit downhearted after that. I don't think that they're going to be happy that went to around 13 on that map. I feel like they could have probably be kicking themselves. I feel like they had a lot of opportunities when it was kind of 6-5, 6-4 to just close it out, but Xcon, they've done it twice or 3 times this event so far. When they get down to 6-4, something just clicks, there's sparks in them, they just come back, and 3 rounds on the trot, I believe again. I might be mistaken in saying that, but I think it was 3 rounds on the trot they won at the end there, and again, great display from Xcon. They're coming out here with the heat.
Well, I've lost the prediction bet, I guess, but I guess we can kind of unite now in this final map. We both voted for Aerox.
I did. Did I?
Yes, you did. 2-1.
Okay.
So you voted 2-1.
Oh yes, okay.
For Aerox to win.
Apologies.
I voted 2-0. I guess we can be teammates now. I admit I lost the bet. As much pressure as me and Alex were giving you.
Mine's a Cronenberg.
Okay. Never promised you that. Maybe Alex or John can provide a beverage for you, sir.
That's fun.
But in the meantime, not much to discuss, honestly. I can't wait to get into this game. We've been seeing some great games this event on this first day. So many 7-6s. We need a statistic. Has there been more 7-6s than non-7-6s?
Well,
map count total. There's been so many.
There's definitely been 2 in the first map. The first
Another
game.
2, I think.
I don't know. If you're just talking about main stage here, are you just talking about main stage?
I think just main stage, yeah.
So obviously there's 2 just happened now. There's 2 happened in the first map. which was 7-6 and 7-6. Fox and then Xcon kind of between them. They have, I believe there was a 7-6 when Aerox played. Was it
Sammy actually dancing there?
Oh, okay, fair
Hear
enough.
a little bit of music, and I think he's trying to take advantage. Fresh out of Ibiza, and I think he's communicating with
fresh out
either the crowd or his monitor. Can't tell.
Fresh out of Ibiza, straight into Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
He's probably feeling very bad.
He's committed to competition for sure.
Committed to the gears
because
of war.
I'm sure, of course, he wanted to come here, but I'm sure he's probably not feeling too well after a week of Ibiza.
Not many people do when they go to Ibiza.
Okay.
True fact for you, or
Ibiza,
John likes
the
to say.
American likes to say. Call out.
But no, of course, it's he's done very well. I feel like he's made some key plays, especially in that last map there. He made some key. He really got
his
some
usual consistent self.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart before,
Exactly.
Aggressive. You can rely on him to win those situations there where he really should win.
Yeah, exactly.
So fair play to him. Fair play to him. Performing up to scratch. Aerox, we've been praising them this event. We've criticised their consistency at times under different team names, of course, in previous LAN events, but they've maintained it. But maybe this is a bit of a kryptonite situation now against Xcon. We expected Aerox to fall to Space Station, the top team in Europe. But we two of the casters then out of 3 expected them to win 2-0, but here we are with a prediction from Darko. Going to the final map. It is going to be Forge Blitz, folks. And Xcon have a chance to win against Aerox here. Winning bracket round 1, the underdog has found their way into the final map. Sticking to the prediction on it?
Just the first point. They call me Mystic Meg, and they call me Mystic Meg for a reason.
Okay.
But let's step into this. J-Rage's 2v2 fight that we always see in this map, and J-Rage and Little Ashens are going to be the 2 there trying to take up. And on the other side of the map, Incisive does take down Kidwick, and Mush does look like he's going to put himself into a little bit of a hard position here. He does get out, no he doesn't, he gets taken down, but good start here from Aerox, really bringing the heat early on here in this map, and we saw a laugh there. I don't know what's just going to happen, but Chidwick does take down Sammy. J-Range does get taken down as well.
Still alive.
He's doing a great job here. Warrior Guns, can he get the second?
Warrior's done such an excellent job. He's rotated from the control room, got the break to prevent a triple while his teammate goes back to the AL. Does finally lose to Ash though as he bounces around, gets set up a
Oh, Ash!
Great push. As much trying to keep his distance with the Lancer. Can he get cover? No, he cannot. Trump does down him. But has he bought enough time for Aerox to come steaming through with the revive? Sam picking up Chidwick.
Well, it's back and forth as we've learned to love this matchup so far. It's very back and forth with the kills. Again, Warrior Gun, he's coming out, killing Sammy KLT. When he's on the attack, he gets the up air. I feel like he maybe should have done a little bit more damage than what it did, but nonetheless, Little Ashley comes out on top and he's just going to keep on touching the hill. I don't know what's gone on there, but Crump does take down Little Ashens, and I think that's going to be round 1 Aerox.
I expected a teabag from Ash there after that big fight with Michu, but no, it's not going to be the case. They're remaining composed, a little bit of respect of shirt being shown perhaps to Xcon after losing the last map, but nonetheless, what matters is 1-0. Aerox start off strong, triple cap very quickly indeed. Question is weapon placement time. Is it going to be just a simple hand boost? Power room, security office, I think it will be. Strats now going into this one. Triple cap potential clearly there for Forge Blitz despite the short respawn time, and Aerox evidently confident enough in their ability to make it happen. Let's see if they go for that again.
Well, let's see if they do. And, again, it's early rounds, it's early initial. We don't need to do don't say anything too drastic. This Toby, this top fight is so prominent. It's such a good initial to win this up top fight. It gives you so much coverage of the map, so many angles to choose from. And again, Xcon don't look like they can do anything when it comes to that initial. And again, on the other side of the map, Sammy KLT, he does take down Brad. He is going to decap the home. With B being decapped as well, this is a very early trip cap coming in from Team Aerox. I think Xcon are doing pretty well just to take it out. I might be wrong here. Actions takes down Chidwick, and Warrior Gun gets taken down as well, but I think Mush make sure you don't lose that round in the quick succession as it was.
Nice shot from Mush. No damage put upon him as actually starting to land one. Triple cap prevented for now. Hammer, you'd argue, is on Xcon's side in that sense. He's done well. And Aerox just trying to fall back. There is numbers, there we go. One player just got out of that, but Xcon shooting their attention to the A-hole. This is the counter. We're at the overhead for a brief second. 4 players in total runs away, and you're not too surprised as to Ash actually backing off to spawn you all the way back, by the way. No way is he going to die today.
Definitely not. He probably is going to die today, Davey. I mean, he's already died a couple of times in game, but
he responds.
he responds. I like it. But no, Aerox again. They did these really two drafts there. They were off on points, but Brad, he does get the cross up here. I think he can take down the second one as well with the help of Crump. Again, Xcon, they are going to come out with 2 hills. Sorry, 1 hill here, but they do need to try and get a decap here because Aerox do have the point lead, they do have the points advantage, and again, Sammy KLT does get a double. This is a very big fight in my opinion. I think Mush does need to take this. He's in a bad position though, and always expect the double back. The double back is what he's going to have to do, but he gets taken down convincingly by J-Rage, and we're seeing Xcon. They're looking very convincing right now. Ooh, bit of a misroll there. He's bumped heads with the lad almost there, and now we see Brad's. He's defended one.
Here's the thing though, look at the score for Aerox. They've built it up so much that I'm not surprised that Ash is sprinting to the other side of the map. He's lost numbers, 2 dead currently for Aerox, and Xcon, they're flying off respawn. They do need to prevent, or rather they do need to get the triple cap to prevent such a score win. Ash does have his number, counters. They just need 1 hill to win, do Aerox. They're coming off a respawn, dispatching their opponents in their face, so to speak. Doesn't matter. Nope. There's blood, guts, and gore on our screen. It's this time. As Aerox now. And they're looking, by the way, very confident in how they're playing. They definitely responded well to that last map. They're not deflated as we assumed they could be, given the circumstances. Of course, 3 rounds in a row for Xcon at the end. That second one. Many would argue that Aerox should have cleaned up. Doesn't seem to be weighing on their minds, I think.
Doesn't at all. But you know, they've been a team longer, right? You know, they've been a team for what, 3-4 months, barring little, obviously, of course, without little Ashens. But obviously, these guys have been at 4. You know, Ash, Sammy KLT, Incisive, J-Rage. They've been at 4 for a very long time, and they've played together in different teams. But look on your screens, guys. Early boom place. Xcon are obviously comfortable with that fight, but it is in a position that is quite open. I believe this is going to be a very scrappy encounter.
That's a statement from me earlier. It's basically saying, okay, you're outplaying us, Aerox. We don't feel confident in this empowering fight from this initial change up massively. And as such, in fact, Mush is going to get control of that. Trump gets a double, but one of them is not on an enemy. It's his teammates. 3v3 stance. Mush with a boom shot in hand. Ash done brilliantly actually to get a kill on Brad, given the circumstances, the environment he was in. Holding his nerve as much as the decisive drops. Needs to pick up a shotgun, and it's now going to be a B-hill capture for Xcon and an A-hill of that. So no triple cap threat, but they do get
well played from Ash. I have to say, I have to mention the fact that he got the first kill and he just about got the second kill in time before Mush could pull the trigger on the boomer. So brilliant play from him to make sure that no triple cap came in, and now I feel like Aerox are going to try and make a play for this second boom. They are going to try and go up top to get the coverage. As I've said previously before, Chidwick he's trying to run, but he can't get off the wall.
Now.
The wall's almost sucking him in, making sure, no, you ain't going anywhere today, Chidwick, but he does get out with his life. So good play by Aerox to rotate and make sure they set up for this next boomer.
Trying to reposition from the cut there. Just get dropped there. Down. By. He's going to try and fall. 3 members here for Xcon, so they're in a position to defend nonetheless. They have the points lead. It's now time again for Aerox to play it slow. Play it in a calculating fashion and wait for the opportune moment to strike. They have map control. They don't have deep control though. They need to get
and I'm sure, looking at the points are going up. Xcon are building quite a heavy lead. I say heavy lead by 30, 40 points, but you know, Aerox in that up top, they need to go down. One of them needs to rotate down. They can't both stay up there unless it's going to take a very big play from Ash for them to gain the position of the boom. But one does go down, so well played. Now we do have a 3-man in the
go wide. Brilliant stuff. Aerox very good jump on that wall. And this boom drop pickup is perfect. Of course, we've seen more. We're seeing more here as lift using numbers this time around with power, I think, rather than a power weapon. Ash, the one who does pick up the boom drop, takes that one. Double cap opportunity seems to present itself. So rotate towards that top 3. Ash takes down 1. J-Rage follows up with a kill of his own. So we're going to see the claps start coming down on Xcon from lift up straight away. The question I'm asking though, where is Tidrick? He's actually towards that Real, gets the break, Real gets taken out. Back to that. Numbers still going the way of Aerox. Zap takes down Mush. 3-0. Aerox statement being put on.
Indeed. Brilliant play. And Aerox, props to them because that was very methodical. That was very, very well played. They didn't rush. They were patient. They waited for the opportune moment, as you said there, Toby. And they did. They capitalized perfectly. It's a great play from Aerox. Now it'd be interesting to see what Xcon are going to place down next. So they're just going to keep to that boom fight. They're not winning the up. They haven't won the up. That's questionable because they have not won the up top fight once. And if they put something up there, they are most likely going to lose that weapon. So that would be a very questionable decision in my opinion. It doesn't happen in the end. So yeah, safe, much safer. But no, Aerox looking
not too surprised as well. Actually, the block comes in Incinerator because Sammy, from what I've seen, has been a bit more consistent winning those fights. From what I've seen, might be wrong, but I think Sammy has been really showing why he's a formidable 1v1 player, former 1v1 player, of course, home player for Space Station. I think we're going to see more fights from the boom shot. It's going to be condensed team fight on these shields and pillars. Warrior on our screen this time around. Very aggressive up far from up. He contested there, forced to fly at them though. Can't let them get away. Sammy does get caught out. Numbers are on. Very barrel outside now as the downs come through. J-Ray turns down after double. And 5 numbers down for Xcon. Fresh boom shot as well. They're going to go for the triple cap. Do they have the numbers? They do just about. J-Rage can hold on to the C-Hill potentially here with a boom shot. Very good. Not going to help our Warrior.
Didn't want to rotate to B, though. He's rotate behind him. I don't think it's thinking enough from. Can't get there in time. And again, we've said it before. Look at that. Look at those stairs. They are, you know, they're a small space. When you've got a boom in the home hill, it's near enough impossible. You know, bar flying onto their heads and trying to pick the boom out of their hands. It's impossible to really get the kills there. So it's going to take a lot. It would take a lot in that position. But don't count your chicken and eggs, Toby, because we've been here before.
Oh, you took my point, Elliot. Well done.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Gosh darn it.
I'm very sorry.
I've lost it, mate. I've lost it.
That's
my point.
I could see into your head. I saw exactly what you're thinking.
I just knew you were going to come up with a one-liner. I just knew it. And I was right.
Oh, you know me all
We've been here before, Elliot. We've been here
before. It's 4-0 to Aerox. They're looking in front as if to take this map quite convincingly. Let's see if they follow suit. They do take the kill, but you know, the traders happy to get Brad. But Warrior Gun's just going to get out. Can he get out with his life? Straight fire there. He just gets out by the thread of the woolly socks that he is wearing today. Advantage Aerox in my opinion. Now Warrior Gun's looking at a very bad position. He does get taken down, and that is going to be 5-0 Aerox. This is looking like a Daz whitewash.
I think it is. I know you're trying to make me approve of that quote, but I'm not going to. Alright? I'm not going back to the point of 4-0 though, okay? It might be a little bit irrelevant now as it's 5-0, but we'll go back to it. Aerox were 4-0 up on down, but it was still 7-6, a nail-biter at the end, so it wasn't over just yet. In terms of the previous round, 5-0, the comeback, it looks a little bit more unlikely now as Aerox are already 2 rounds away from finishing this match off. But you never know. You never know. The boom shot stays in play. Incense placed down in the Incinerator. See if that changes anything.
I want to bring up some more history here. Do you remember Optic versus Echo Fox? 5-1 Echo Fox opted to take it back on Reclaim to 7-5, and that was in the grand finals. This happened before, Toby. It can happen again.
Anything's possible in esports. Well, I've done your research there, but the evidence shows that it's very unlikely.
It's looking very unlikely right now as Aerox, they do take down 2. Good response there from Xcon to take down a 2 themselves, but no, Aerox, they've got the boom again, and Xcon looking very hopeless right now. Almost I can feel the controllers being slammed down on the desks. Ashen's there, takes down Chidwick, and I feel like this is going to be 6-0 Aerox unless a miracle from Xcon can happen, Toby.
We're waiting for A to be capped off Respawn. Yeah, they have come out of Respawn fine, or Spawn fine. There's that boom shot. Looks like Deja Vu, only they have a second man, and they have Inside to play with. More numbers for Xcon though. Only 1 player remaining. Nope. No players remaining. Ashen's quickly dispatching a Warrior. 6-0. 6-0.
Well, it's match point for Aerox, 6-0. Looking very convincing right now.
They're not deflated after the loss in the previous map.
Nope, someone's blown them up.
Okay. Potentially.
Potentially they have.
Figuratively.
Indeed, and Ashens for some reason is staring at us. He's saying, guys, look at this. Look at this.
How has he managed it? They're just pulling off party tricks now because they're so far ahead that they can do that. Ashen somehow facing the opposite way. Never seen that before. It's not going to influence gameplay nonetheless, and as such we continue on as Brad looks to push in here on Sammy. Sammy dispatched by the teammate though of him, Warrior finding the kill, as we're on the second half.
Let's build this up because Aerox could be taking this very thrilling, very exciting matchup so far. Barring this map, some would say he's going to take down Brad. Brad's going to take down Rage there. Well played by him. He secret manned him. He didn't know he was there. Some good kill. The incentive does go off though. Now we do see Aerox. This is going to slow down a little bit. Xcon, they know they have a task ahead of them. They know they need to do the absolute bits to create a miracle. And as I say, that decisive takes down from. Warrior Gun takes down excellent Ash, so well played from him. The advantage is in no one's hands so far, so let's see what Xcon can do. They do have decisive bits. They can't capitalize on that.
Xcon are pressuring really hard this season around the back, on the sides, but they've done so well to just use their numbers as best they can, as efficiently as possible, holding off until the resources come through. And they're still in this somehow. They've done such a great job when they're backing up against the wall. Become decisive and flying out, do numbers go their way, and this is brilliant from Aerox. They've turned a very hazardous situation into a very positive one. Pushing through the power room, they find Crump, and they've set their sight on D. Can they get the triple?
Well, they're definitely playing for it. They're definitely putting pressure. Xcon do have their backs to the walls quite literally on this block at the moment. They do need to do something. They need to rotate out. Ash feeling hungry. He wants the trip cap. He wants to put a little bit of pressure. He's got 2 though. He needs to understand that there are 2 there. He does get the decap if anything though. If something does happen wrong, Ash again takes Oregon over cover. He takes down Rush as well. And that's great play by Ash again. He's had a great performance this map so far. And I'd say fair to say that he's actually had a great match for this whole series. So fair play to him. He's really stepped up this tournament. I know the fact that it was, I don't know what's happened there, but that's unfortunate from Sammy. Allowing Crump to get the decap on the E-hill. Xcon live to fight another game. Is it too late?
The score lead is clearly in favour of Aerox. They don't have map control and running around J-Rays War 4. They don't need to commit to anything else. Slow it down, reset with that short respawn timer and just win off 1. Meanwhile, Xcon is the opposite. They can start flying. Alright, 5 are up right now. Some players damaged, but they should keep moving forward best they can. Incisive actually is going to press the button and find Ash in the incinerator there. So not ideal. Button press for sure. But doesn't matter. 20 seconds left for Aerox to less than that. Oh, no, 20 seconds actually direct. Exactly. They need to hold out here.
Look, the decap is coming in. The kills do go in Aerox's favor. The decap is coming in. I don't know whether or not it's going to be enough, and I don't think, ladies and gentlemen, it is. Aerox now capping both E and F hill. I feel like that's all she wrote, folks. Set, match point, game. Aerox.
Brilliant job from Aerox. 7-0 to finish up. Okay, I got the prediction wrong. You got about the map count. All right, we both voted. We both predicted that Aerox were going to win that one, but that last map, 7-0, no one would have predicted that score.
I feel like Xcon, they let me down. They let themselves down, more importantly. But no, I mean, they're not out. They have the loser bracket round now to go through, I believe. I think they're on the on the winners bracket side. But no, yeah, it just felt to me like they'd never played. I don't want to say this, but have they ever played that map as a team before?